All right. Well, I did a little thinking there, and I actually got a Jeep expert here today, an old timer, and yeah, the first thing we pointed out was, well, this thing has been the springs are put on the top, and they've actually somebody's welded the spring carrier on there and everything.
They welded it. It's been welded.
So to lift this thing up, right? So this thing is lifted up high enough that the body won't hit the tires. So our problem with our rear end being cranked so far that we get this funny angle, you think we could take care of that and still keep this cranked up so high?
Yeah.
By putting some shims in there.
I could cut these off right here and we weld them back on there. See, we weld them right here.
Oh.
Tacked them. We got to cut that tack weld off right there and move this whole thing. It's just got a button and a hole in the center to center it, see? So we got to move this with the rest of it. So
oh, okay.
It's broke loose. Once we get these bolts loose, if they do come loose without breaking, just cut the weld right there, twist this thing and re-weld it.
Kind of looks like they just tacked it.
That's all. It looks like all they did was just tacked it right there.
Yeah, maybe
they weren't quite sure where they were going to put it yet, and they wound up getting left that way.
Right.
Because once it's tight, it can't go anywhere. But in order to move it, we got to crack that weld loose on both sides. Then it'll move. Easier said than done, but that's pretty much what we're looking at right there.
Yeah, and the other thing is that we have to do that because you're thinking that the body is not going to fit on with these big tires.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it needs that clearance because
if we switch this thing around the other way, we're not going to be okay. So we got to bust those things off somehow. These bolts are so tight. They might not be today.
They're fine threaded too. Once they get tweaked, they're hard to.
Yeah.
You can buy replacements, so you can get different bolts and whatnot in case they do break.
Yeah. Well, we got two things. One, we could just cut the bolt right off. You know, the side of the nut.
Yeah.
And then and we could heat it up. Although then we risk twisting it off.
Mm-hmm.
So that's we got to work on all that. That's but we're kind of thinking the body is not going to fit on if we put this axle the other way.
And
right.
The tires are going to hit the middle fender. It's going to sit about right here.
Yeah.
Drop down. It's not going to be feasible.
So
then we got to drop the front to match. So it's twice as much work you got to do. See.
All right. Right. And then yeah. Okay. So that's so you want to hear this thing go?
Yeah. Let's hear this thing go. Let's hear it.
Okay, we got it in. We got a series net gain motor, and I was just talking to somebody about the difference between the AC and the DC, and DC has really not gotten kind of a bad rap. I mean, yeah, there are some problems with it. Now I got a little 12-volt battery here, and my series motor. I don't know what we'd be getting on 12 volts, but you ready? As you can see, what do you think? How fast do you think that would be?
30 mile an hour right there.
Yeah. It's funny, the drive shaft seems, even as cranked as it is, I'm surprised that it's as smooth as it. Yeah. Yeah. Considering a few things. One, those bearings aren't even greased and all that.
Don't have 300 horsepower kicking it either. You know?
Right. Well, that's the other thing is that. The other thing is what this is going to be used for. This is going down to the beach, and I'm hoping that the guy that's having us do all this is, will look in on what we're doing and give us a little feedback about what he wants. As I understand it, the original plan now is a low voltage system, maybe 72 volts, golf cart batteries, and a tray that slides in and out from underneath. So that's another reason for keeping it up high. so we can have that tray underneath there of the batteries. All right there. Well, Johnny, there's a...
I think that'll do it for now.
Yep.
We've got a game plan here, so...